So I have COVID. It freaking sucks. I got it from my teenage son who picked it up from who the freak knows where. And so it seems even worse because I feel like it's like teenage cootie COVID. But I still feel like I have a responsibility to get you guys the horoscope so that you know what to expect and what's coming up, especially because this week's energy is pretty unstable. There's going to be moments where you think you're good, you've got this, you're smooth sailing, but then like roadblocks are going to come up out of nowhere and stop you in your tracks, and it's going to be like, whoa, what just happened? This is one of those weeks where at the beginning of the week, you have all these plans that you want to carry out and fulfill. You have all these tasks on your to-do list. Your mind is set in business mode, ready to go. And Monday, things look promising. Tuesday, Wednesday is when you start to see things shift. And then by the end of the week, literally everything that you planned on and the way you anticipated it happening is unfolding completely different. Life is just going to decide to take a path of its own where you have one thing in mind and then the universe was like, nope, that's boring. We need to shake it up a bit. Let's do it this way instead. Hey Astro Babes, this is Ashley of More Than Your Sun Astrology, and welcome to As Above, So Below for the week of August 12th through August 18th. This is a very special COVID episode edition, so I'm not in my usual format. My voice is a little raspy, but honestly, some of my other videos that have gotten the most views and engagement are the ones that are like this, raw, real, and uncut. So you might prefer this anyway. Actually, I am cutting out the coughing and sneezing, so it's not completely uncut, but you get the point. Let me know in the comments if you do prefer this format. And before we start, hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I post and never wonder what to expect. So the juicy stuff for this week starts on Tuesday. There's no big transit that takes place on Tuesday, but on Tuesday, the moon enters Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a sign of adventure and freedom and a lover of all things spontaneous and not boring. So when the moon is in Sag, we might feel this desire to do things a little bit differently. And the general themes for the day are going to be off the typical course. So for me, I had all these things planned out this week. This was going to be a jam-packed week. I literally had stuff planned from Tuesday through Sunday of things to do every single day. It's a big week where my kids are starting school. Activities are picking back up. I have my own stuff that I'm working on. So there was a lot going on. But then on Monday night, 2 of my kids tested positive for COVID. Tuesday morning, I test positive. So literally in an instant, all my plans for the week are now derailed. Thank goodness my husband was off work Tuesday, so he stepped in and handled all the business that I was planning to handle on Tuesday. But whatever plans he had for the day, he now had to pivot and take care of things that were necessities for the household that I normally would do, but was unable to. So sometimes when you think the energy is only hitting you, if you really pay attention to the people around you, you'll see that everyone is affected by the same energy. If the energy is promoting themes of changes of plans and spontaneity, it doesn't mean that it's only happening for you. So all Tuesday, I was completely debilitated. I was in bed all day. I couldn't get up, completely out of the norm for me. I'm always very active, very present, and I was literally just done on Tuesday. Then Wednesday rolls around, and you may have felt a little burst of inspiration because on Wednesday, Mars came together with the planet of Jupiter. Mars conjunct Jupiter. Mars represents action, ambition, and movement, and Jupiter makes everything bigger. So you literally might have had a burst of energy. Wednesday, there might have been something that you've been working on that really just picked up steam or sped up somehow. Like for me, I was down all Tuesday, like I said, and then Wednesday came along, and I literally got up, put a mask on, and cleaned and sanitized my entire house. I found the energy to sweep, mop, vacuum, clean countertops and bathrooms. I don't think I would have had that burst of energy if Mars and Jupiter hadn't come together that day, because the next day, Thursday, which is the day that I'm filming this video, I'm back in bed feeling pooped again. It's not as bad as Tuesday because I'm awake and talking. So, we're still feeling the effect of Mars and Jupiter coming together through the end of the week. So pay attention to sudden bursts of energy or tendency to overdo things or even rush into things kind of impulsively. That can be Mars, Jupiter. Moving on to Thursday, Mars, who I just talked about, who speaks to movement, is going to make a 10th square to Saturn. Saturn is a brake. So if Mars is the gas movement, Saturn is the brake. Saturn wants you to take your time and take things slow. So Mars squaring Saturn is going to bring any movement literally to a screeching halt. This is going to be extremely frustrating. Mars also speaks to anger and aggression. So when something comes up that stops you in your tracks or delays progression, it's going to anger you. It's going to piss you off, and it's going to frustrate the heck out of you. In all of this energy, Mercury is still retrograde, so there's already potential for setbacks to occur. Mars square Saturn is basically ensuring that something's going to happen that derails your plans. Immediately in the moment, there might be a bit of confusion, even chaos or panic that might arise, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Sometimes we need to slow down. Sometimes we're moving too fast, and if you're moving too fast, you can miss something and not savor the moments. So I challenge you during this time, when something comes up that you're not expecting, and it's frustrating, and it pisses you off, I challenge you to try and handle that situation with composure. I challenge you to not lose your composure, and I challenge you to find the silver lining in the moment. I have COVID, and it freaking sucks. It threw a wrench in all of my plans that I had for this entire week. And I had a lot of plans because it's the first week of school for one of my kids, and I'm missing that experience. The other kid isn't able to start school on time because I wasn't able to make it to the appointment with the school district. So now he's delayed in starting. And you know what? It's not the end of the world. It is what it is. It is what it is. So he'll start school a couple days later, and I get to rest. When is the last day I got to spend all day in bed or all day sleeping? Last night, I actually got to turn on the TV and watch something that I wanted to watch. Not Dance Moms, not Spidey and His Amazing Friends, not the stuff me and my husband watch together that I can't watch without him because it's our show together, but just me watching the Killing Show on ID that I wanted to watch, and it was spectacular. If I never would have caught COVID, I would never have had that peace. Just me in the TV in my room by myself, finally getting the opportunity to catch up on some killing shows. So I could sit here mourning all the things I'm missing out on and stressing about all the plans I'm not able to carry out, or I can see it from a different perspective and find a silver lining. All right, I think I'm going to leave it here because I'm tired. And then you didn't hear all the coughing because I edited it out, but oh my gosh, I can't believe I made it through to this far. That's the theme for the week. Sunday is freaking crazy. I think Sunday deserves a video of its own because there's so much happening on Sunday and ongoing through the beginning of next week. Monday, there's a full moon, so I think I'm going to combine Sunday and Monday because the energy is all going to merge anyway. This is just a crazy time that we're living in. That's all I got to say. If you're still with me, please hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment to let me know what's been coming up in your life. Are you seeing any plans that suddenly change, or how are you seeing the energy shifts take place? I hope this was helpful, and I'll be back later in the week to update you guys about Sunday and Monday. See you soon.